Hey, just wanted to quickly walk you through the December reset that I have. This isn't a program and it's not about being perfect at all. It's just a simple way to keep some structure when life is really busy. And December, as we know it, is a super busy month for parents, for people who are working with full-time jobs. Things are ramping up and you've got so many things to focus on as well as your own health and fitness journey. And this is essentially just a reset guide to help you along with that. Okay, so December doesn't need extra motivation. It needs a floor. Okay, so most people don't struggle because they do too little. They struggle because they try to do everything and then they burn out. The three non negotiables that you should focus on are super simple during this month. So you'll see the three non negotiables here. We just want you to focus on walking every day, being having daily movement, protein with a couple of meals of to keep things steady. Just making sure that you're still focusing on the fundamentals here. And with that as well, if you've been training 4 days per week, 5 days per week, or if you've not been training at all and you want to pick up your routine, I would just focus on getting clean 2 training sessions per week at the minimum. That's it. If you hit those, you're doing everything you can throughout this month. So there are things that we can go into detail here when it comes to daily movement, why it matters. Okay. So movement maintains momentum through chaos. Essentially, it's a really easy way to actually burn extra calories to clear your mind without doing anything excessive, like doing excessive cardio or doing your HIIT classes or anything like that. If you just focus on getting 7 to 10,000 steps a day, it will not only reduce your stress and improve your mood, it will support energy levels as well, and it will build and maintain consistency that you've been trying to keep up with throughout the year. So think of it as just ways to do it around your work, around your lifestyle at the moment. If you are doing any sort of additional walking, I try and get up before my son does. I go for a little morning walk for about 45 minutes, if I'm being honest. I go for a little walk to try and get as many steps in as I can so that I can then take him to school and then focus on my training, focus on my coaching and my clients as well throughout the rest of the day, knowing that I've just done that first thing in the morning. But for other people, having a lunchtime stroll, having an evening walk, or parking further away from where you typically park, just any way that you can get steps up will be a massive, massive help. Yeah, essentially 7 to 10,000 steps will be usually enough. Some people do more, some people do less, but I would say do no less than 7. And then essentially, that you're not being in a sedentary state. Okay, so protein anchor. Okay, so this is a category that I like to focus on with actual clients that I work with. Okay, we want to make sure that they actually focus on actually hitting protein throughout the day, but we actually really want it to, essentially front load their protein at the start of the day because we know that it's incredibly hard to hit protein later on in the day. Okay, it's the last thing that you want to actually be consuming pretty much like towards bedtime because it's so super filling and it's quite difficult to eat copious amounts of protein throughout the day. So why protein first? It stabilizes blood sugar, it reduces cravings and supports your muscles. Okay. It's an easy protein win, to have throughout the day. You can front load these with your breakfasts, with even your lunches as well. But I always try and get 2/3 of your protein within 2/3 of your day, essentially, so that the evening it's not necessarily a pressurized situation to try and hit a lot of protein. For most people, 1 gram per pound of body weight is going to be enough. If you are slightly on the larger side, I wouldn't recommend having 1 gram per pound. You could shoot for a little bit less, or you could take your actual height in centimeters, and then that can be the amount of protein that you have. So, for example, if you are overweight or obese, but you are, say, 170 centimeters tall, then 170 grams of protein per day will be enough. Okay. But again, you don't need to necessarily overtrack it. You don't need to be perfect. I would just say try and get 2/3 of your meals protein based, breakfast and lunch. That's perfect for me personally. I think for most people, that will be enough for them as well. Okay. 2 training sessions per week doesn't really go in, we don't need to go into much more detail with this, but having that as your floor and then anything beyond that is a bonus. This makes sure that you can maintain consistency. You're training well enough to make sure that you maintain musculature as well with regards to it. Making sure you keep your muscles around, keeping them framed as well. But just keep it super simple. To pick 2 days off your week, no matter how busy it is, that you're going to fit in an actual strength training workout in. It can be body weight, can be gym, can be home workout videos or resistance bands, depending on where you're at. Some people might be traveling, some people might be all over the place with regards to their family plans over Christmas. If you can just structure 2 training sessions, it's only for a short period of time during this month, then that can be really, really useful for you. So I would recommend that as well. Keep it super simple, pick 2 days a week and just get it done. Anything else other than that is an absolute bonus. Okay. And then what to ignore? What to ignore during December, until January, sorry. So fat loss sprints, I would not try to, diet down at this time of the year. I would definitely try and focus on making sure that you are just focusing on maintenance and not doing anything aggressive cuts. That can wait until January. What else can wait until January? Having perfect macros. If you are tracking your macros on Chronometer or MyFitnessPal and you're to the nail, it might not be the case that you might be able to actually hit your macros perfectly throughout this month. That's okay. Just avoid tracking every gram to reduce its stress. And then all or nothing thinking. It can really, really, really mess with your head during December when you're going to be mixed around people who are not on your health and fitness journey, who are not maybe immersed into the experience of tracking macros, hitting training sessions, being perfect with everything. So if you adopt an all or nothing mindset and you're around those sort of situations, it's going to mess with your head because you're going to be faced with so much conflict. So just focus on progressing. Don't focus on being perfect. One missed day doesn't erase your efforts. Okay. And I promise you it won't. And then comparison, again, same as before, focus on your own progress. Avoid comparing to others. That's going to be a massive, massive thing. And then lastly, knowing your scale weight is going to fluctuate. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. It's going to go up. It's going to go up. It's going to go up. But essentially, what we do know is that for you to gain specific fat over this month, it's quite likely because you will be eating a little bit more food, a lot more salt, a lot more water in your foods as well. But in terms of that fat staying, it matters about how you actually react during this month, but then also how you react thereafter. And I'm not talking about being aggressive in any way, but just knowing that it's acceptable to understand that your scale weight is going to change during the holidays due to stress, due to sleep as well. So don't worry about the scales too much. Just worry about the actions that you need to take. Your 2 training sessions, front loading your protein, making sure that you're getting your steps in on a regular basis. That's going to help massively with this as well. So use this as a guide, not as a rule book. Do what you can, leave the rest, and just keep the floor. If you keep a floor this month, January will feel more calm and less chaotic. December is just about being consistent and doing the best that you can without it being overwhelming because it's already loud enough. It's already busy enough. You've already got more obligations than you typically have. And it can be a straining month for people. Maintenance is key here, not total regression, not total indulgence, just making sure that you are setting yourself up, if you like, for a happy Christmas, a happy holidays, and then going into January, continuing on as per normal or resetting your goals in the first place. Okay. If you want to just focus on anchoring one thing, choose one habit to protect above all else this month. So if everything feels a bit overwhelming, just focus on one thing that you probably haven't been doing. So that can be a daily walk. That can be a protein first breakfast. That can be 2 fixed training sessions instead of, one, or you're doing too much and then you're getting overwhelmed and you're burning out. Just focus on reducing it. That's okay. Earlier wind downs as well. That's one thing to kind of be aware as well. Protect your sleep. Prioritize your sleep. That will help massively going forward. Like I said, January doesn't reward perfection. Okay. It rewards those who keep moving, anchored their routines and preserved through challenges. That's you. If you keep that floor, you've got this massively. I promise you that, team. So that's literally the presentation. I am a fitness coach. My name is Joshua Da Costa. I help busy professionals and parents all over the world transform their body, their health and performance. And if you are interested in working with me, then all you have to do is DM me the word coach, or you can like, comment, subscribe on this page, and then we can take it on from there as well with regards to more information that can help you with regards to that as well. But happy holidays, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.